somebody look into
Call that to the agenda.
Yeah.
Demo
Police
effect.
center.
And make sure she's
We don't
on.
have to charge
We're on.
sales tax.
There you go.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You good? Everybody good? Good evening, everyone. At this time, I would like to call this May 7th, 2024 meeting to order. Would you please rise for a pledge of allegiance and moment of silence? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Madam Secretary, would you please call a roll?
Here. Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
Here.
Here. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to report on an executive session held April 16th and April 25th. We discussed matters of real estate personnel and potential litigation. No action was taken. At this time, do I have public comment on agenda items? Seeing no public comment, agenda item number 1.
Do I have a motion to approve council meeting minutes for April 16th, 2024 as submitted?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilor Reed, second by Councilor Lister. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 2.
Do I have a motion to approve payment of bills as shown on the accounts payable list dated May 2nd, 2024 for the period of April 12th, 2024 through May 2nd, 2024, and to ratify approval of such bills already paid and to authorize the appropriate officials to take the required actions to make those payments?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilor Reed, second by Councilor Miller. Any questions or comments? Bless you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 3.
Do I have a motion to approve the transfer of $1 million from the Water and Sewer Pooled Cash Fund to the Water Sewer Fund to cover $55,000 in legal fees and the $630,000 transfer as per the 2023 year-end budget?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilor Lister, second by Councilor Reed. Any questions or comments on the transfer? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 4.
Do I have a motion to renew the agreement between the Borough of Middletown and South Central EMS for emergency medical services for years 2025 through 2026 for a monthly amount of $4,725.50, which is the same monthly payment as currently we pay?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilor Reed, second by Councilor Lister. Any questions or comments on the EMS agreement? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 5.
So a motion to advertise ordinance 2024-1411, amending the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 164, to extend mandatory recycling requirements to cover community activities.
So moved.
Second.
Agenda item, motion by Councilor Reed, second by Vice President Willenbecker. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 6.
So a motion to authorize the purchase of one 2024 Ford Super Duty F-350 pickup truck through Hondru Fleet, co-stars number 025 E22387, in the amount of $76,759 to be funded through the Electric Sinking Fund.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilor Reed, second by Councilor Lister. Any questions or comments on the purchase? Councilor Lloyd?
This was approved, when was it approved? That we.
The money was earmarked back in 2021, and back then we couldn't get it because of the supply chain issues,
Mhm.
and kind of fell off the radar because of supply chain issues, and then some recent work was found to be needed during the inspection. It was going to be somewhat costly, and we found, lo and behold, there's one available through Hondru, and we thought, no, let's go out and grab it.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. At this time, do I have general public comment? Seeing no public comment, do I have a motion to adjourn? Oh, could you please state your name and address for the record?
Julie Stone, 207 East Roosevelt Avenue, Middletown. Came tonight to discuss the basketball court for Oak Hill Park, in favor of a basketball court being put back into the park, not in favor of it being in my, basically my side yard. I live on the corner of East Roosevelt and Spruce Street, understanding that that swath of land there is the boroughs, along with a parcel that, the whole parcel is the baseball field, the substation where it's at, basketball court where it used to be, the parcel, part of the end of the parcel is the street behind us. Strongly oppose it for a number of reasons. Trash at the basketball court, always a problem. When we went by, kids there all night, through the, even when it was past curfew, profanity, yelling and screaming. I'm a block away and can still hear it. Just numerous issues, and I do not want it next to my yard. There will be issues in my yard. There will be issues in our neighborhood. That street, that cross street, is not a four-way stop. Cars speed through there all the time. Worry about that. Worry about the traffic that it's going to bring, or at least the parking right there at that corner. If anybody parks near that corner, we can't see. Saw numerous almost and full accidents right there anyways. I know this isn't a question and answer, so I looked back in some of the previous meeting minutes and saw that there has been debate on it. Just strongly oppose it. Like I said, I love that it would be back in the park. I think being near the park would not send somebody's kids a block away if they're having, multiple aged children in the park and they have to say to their 10-year-old, yep, go ahead, go a block away. I can't see you. There's lots of reasons. I'm a mother. I have a son that uses the basketball court. Not right now, obviously we don't have one, but I really think it should not be at my side yard. I think my property value will depreciate. I've been there for 20 years next month. I love our home. I love being where we're at. Being near the park was a part of a thing that, a reason why we wanted to live there. I have children, but not right at my yard.
Not so
Not
close
what
to
I paid
home.
for. What's that?
Not so close to home.
No. I mean, and I assume, like I said, I'm not asking questions, that it's going to be something that you vote on, or if it's something that you're going to just make a decision. I will look forward to seeing that information in future meetings or hearing more information through social media or whatever, but that's why I came here today.
No, thank you very much for your input.
Absolutely.
It's valued.
If I may, I have a question. When you bought your house, you said 20 years ago,
Next month.
was there anything in that side yard, the parcel that the borough
It's
owned?
been completely empty. Honestly, we know the borough is responsible for mowing that yard. Because I have kids, I have a dog, we mow a little bit further past our property line just to kind of keep it lower than what, my husband's a yard guy, so he keeps it low. We've mowed some of that in the past. I've actually thought about, and realizing the parcel where it's at, thought about requesting or asking for interest in me purchasing the part of the land that's right next to my house. Not the whole parcel, not the whole parcel. I don't want to buy the baseball field and substation and some random field behind us. But I would have interest in just purchasing the piece that's connected to my property or some kind of a lease. I know we're on the George Fry Trust, so I don't know how that all works, but something I have interest in if that's something that you are as well. So thank you. I don't know if I'm before, but thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, Council. My name is Stephen Cassidy. I live at 213 East Roosevelt Ave. I'm also opposed to the basketball courts, basically right next to our house. I'm concerned about property values, noise, trash. When I walk my dog past the old court, I'd always pick up trash as well. Lots of cursing there that happened. I'd rather see it over at near the baseball field or in that parking lot area over there. So basically just kind of echoing what Julie just said, that I'm opposed to it being right there off of Spruce and East Roosevelt. Yeah. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for your comments. Any other general public comment?
My name is Jim Purcell. I also live in the 200 block of Roosevelt. Same concerns as what the other two people had, but also an interest in purchasing the property, not to take it away from Julie, but we did have interest in that if the borough ever put that up for sale. I always thought, as a kid, remember being told that that was set aside for a substation. If the borough needed another substation area, that's what that plot of land was put aside for. But not only the trash comments and the vulgarity, where I live at across the street on that 200 block side, I can pick out every word the kids are saying. Not all of them are there like that, but depending on what group's there. Not only beside the garbage and the talk, we have pictures of the sex objects that are left behind.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't bring that up.
She has pictures of that. And that's not just once a month. I walk the blocks every day, and between where Vastine's used to be and the picnic area for the park, who knows what's going to show up. But bringing it that closer to the houses now is pretty much of a concern to all of us around that area there. I'm sure there's got to be another place to put a basketball court. And I mean, it ain't that we don't want the kids not to have anything, but don't put it right up on the side of the house. That's pretty much what we're looking to find out, if we can have any input into that at all.
No, you would definitely have input with your voice, and we appreciate your comments.
Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question. Roughly, how long have you lived in your house in Roosevelt?
Since 1980.
1980. Was the basketball court at Bastine's when you moved in? Do you remember? Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to gauge how long it was there.
Yeah.
So. Thank you.
Any other general public comment?
How you doing? My name is James McMillan. I just moved here 2 years ago from Pittsburgh. My wife and family grew up here, and I was directed to come here to a council meeting. I've never been to one before, so I don't know how it really works. But we've been having a dispute with a neighbor of ours for the last 2 years. So the problem is they have 5 vehicles, and they park it all across the street, and nobody can park there, like every day. And if you do get lucky and get to park there, they box you in. I just had the police come to my house last week because I got off of work early. They didn't know I was coming home early. I got to park across the street. They came out their house, backed their car an inch away from my car. They've been doing this for 2 years. I call the police all the time. They said there's nothing they can do. And this is just a report from the police that there's been 4 reports this year, but for the last 2 years, there's at least been 15 reports. And my neighbors, they're going through the same problems, same incidents. They don't understand why we can't get something done about that, especially the harassment.
What's the address?
Yeah.
I live at 154 North Catherine Street, up the street here. All 3, well, if you put it in the square spot, all 4 neighbors have a problem with these people. They've been a problem since I've been here. They've been a problem before I came here. And every officer that comes to my house just tells me that there's nothing they can do. This is the first time last week that they say that they're going to press harassment charges. But it's the first time in 2 years, and I don't know if I even believe that.
What did you say your address was?
My address is
54
154
North.
North Catherine Street. It's right up here.
And I'm
Right from
sorry,
the line.
tell me again, please, what's parking you in or boxing in?
My neighbor has 5 vehicles.
Oh,
So they keep one parked in front of their house, and then they'll park all across the street. But what they do is, if they leave, they'll position it to where nobody can park in between.
I
and
see
they'll
what
keep
you're
doing it.
saying.
And then if you do get to park in there, they'll block you in.
Mm.
And this has been going on with several of my neighbors. They have several reports against them from not just me. Like, I don't even know these people. I'm new to this area, and I thought this place was supposed to be a good place to live. I moved from the big city to come to a small town. And the police seem decent, but they seem like they can only do so much, and they're only willing to do so much. So I just want to make this accountable. I'm gonna come here every time y'all have a meeting and keep bringing it up, and every police report. Even the neighbors, they don't want to get into it with them more, because when they stop messing with me, they go mess with them. And when they stop messing with them, they go to somebody else. It's been the same people for years now. So I just want to bring it to the attention, and I'm gonna keep bringing it. People are telling me that if I can't get nothing done here, that I need to bring it to the news people out here, whoever that is. I don't know. Like I said, I'm new to this area, so I'm still trying to learn how y'all do roads around.
Would neighborhood dispute be a
Yeah,
good
wouldn't that?
place to start with this?
Well, we
If the
tried
other
to have
side's
them like
willing.
get together.
Yeah.
They won't do that.
Sir, my name is Jim Curry. I serve as mayor here. Have you met Dan Wright, the public safety director?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I met with Mr. McMillan.
He's a good
Okay.
guy. He was good working with me.
Good.
Just a couple of comments.
Please enlighten us.
James came into the department last week to see me. He voiced some concerns about his neighbor. He is correct. The officer who was there last Friday, Officer Coleman, is filing a harassment charge against his neighbor. He also brought up an incident about a noise complaint where there was some miscommunication about a video being transferred back and forth. We facilitated that transfer of the video. There's charges being filed on his neighbor for the noise complaint. This neighbor has been a problem with other people who have lived there. We referred this neighbor to neighborhood dispute, which we contribute money to. In the past, I have. The neighbor has refused to participate. So we'll try again to do that referral. And neighbor problems, I sympathize, because we've talked about this. You can live in the best neighborhood and have horrible neighbors, and you can live in the worst neighborhood and have great neighbors. Neighbors make a big difference on your quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
We file charges often in neighborhood complaints, and the judges try to mediate at hearings, which doesn't always necessarily solve the problem. So we'll do our best to try to file charges in every case we can. And everybody has video and has cameras in this particular neighborhood, and sometimes it's difficult to determine whether a crime has been committed or people are being petty. The last time he made a call, it was clear that what they did was intentional to attempt to inconvenience him. So we're charging the neighbor. And we'll keep trying our best, and as long as he keeps in communication with me, like, hey, they were here last night, I don't think they handled it right. I can take a look at things, and we can review it, and we'll do the mediation referral. Again, the last time the neighbor absolutely refused to respond.
Dan, is it a rental property or a homeowner? Do you know?
They're both homeowners.
I think the neighbor's a homeowner.
Homeowner.
I'm not identify who it is, but yeah, I think it's a homeowner.
And it's not just me. Like I said, I don't know these people from a
Yeah,
campaign.
he's right.
It's been several neighbors.
Right.
And it's been going on. And I'm talking about not just threatening, like people making threats. My man carries a gun. He never pulled it out, pointed at me or nothing like that, but he flashes it to let me know. He has done it to my neighbors. He done threatened, they just do shit to mess with my wife. I got 2 autism kids at home. I'm getting tired of it. I would like some kind of assistance. And I understand it's public parking, but when you can't block everybody from being able to park. Like the guy across the street's trying to sell his house. Nobody can ever park there. I can't park there. Neighbors can't park there. They block us off all the time.
Mr. McMillan, I think you've seen some progress with Dan, and you're in good hands with him. So let's see what happens with the charges filed. I don't think that's happened before. So.
Yeah, and that's fine. The only reason I'm here today is because every officer before him has told me there's nothing they can do, and I need to bring it to the mayor. I never even wanted to come here. I'm just actually trying to come here and live in peace.
Understood.
But he has worked with me great. He's a great guys so far that I have seen.
Well, please come back and visit us and update us on,
I'll be back at your next meeting. I'll be here at the
we'll,
next meeting.
we'll be here, I promise.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, and if you need any proof, I have all the paperwork here. This is just for this year.
We believe you.
No, I'm.
We're not doubting you.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Any other general public comment?
So, if you want my name and address, I'm Heidi Ditzler now. I live at 335 North Catherine Street, but I also am the library director here in town. I did bring, so that you guys can hear all the fun things that the library is doing, I did bring all of our statistics from last year. But the first quarter of this year, we've already issued 105 new patron cards. We've had over 6,000 people visit the library. We've circulated almost 10,000 items. And in that, there's about 350 new items. We've had 77 programs in the first 3 months of the year with 467 people attending. And of our 8 computers, they have been used 517 times for a total of 357 hours, which is about 15 days of time being spent on our computers.
Excellent.
Just in the first quarter of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So all the fun things that we're doing to help and impact the community.
Thank you.
I highlighted some numbers on here from last year. You can see the impact the library had last year here in the community.
Excellent. No, thank you very much for that input, insight.
What? Yes, I do.
Any other general public comment? Do you have anything? Anybody? Seeing no more general public comment, do I have a motion to adjourn? We will be attending executive session. We will not be returning.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Pretty good, man. Got stuff for us, Ken? I figured. You must understand.